Once I was young and fair, but now age has seized my flesh and has turned my hair to white. In the twilight of ancient Greece, on the island of Lesbos, a voice emerged that would echo through the ages. Sappho Lyra Poetria. Sappho, a lyric poetess of love and beauty and longing. She was born around 630 BCE, and she was revered for her lyric poetry, weaving words that captured the intensity of passion and the fragility of desire. A woman ahead of her time, Sappho led an intellectual and artistic circle, celebrating love in all forms. Her verses, set to music, spoke of deep emotions, longing for distant lovers, and the fleeting nature of joy. Though much of her work was lost to history, the fragments that remain burn with raw emotion, earning her the title of the 10th Muse. Yet mystery shrouds her life, her exile, her relationships, and the mist surrounding her death. What remains undeniable is her legacy, a timeless beacon of brilliance that continues to inspire and captivate hearts across millennia. Uko erhoti dio, duomoe ta nomata. I know not what to do. I am in two minds. Sappho was celebrated for her poetry and influence on the island of Lesbos, but her life took a dramatic turn when she was exiled. The exact reasons remain unknown. They are lost to time and speculation. Some say political upheaval because Lesbos, like most of Greece, was rife with shifting power struggles, and Sappho may have found herself on the wrong side of a factional dispute. Other sources hint at radical defiance of social norms, her circle of women, and her unfiltered expressions of love as a potential catalyst for her exile. Forced to leave her homeland, Sappho found herself in Syracuse, a distant city across the sea in Sicily. She faced isolation, longing for the island she immortalized in her verses. Exile did not silence her. Her poems reflect the pain of distance, a yearning for the familiar, and the resilience of a woman who refused to let displacement erase her voice. Political or personal, her exile only deepened the emotional intensity of her work, leaving behind fragments that whispers of love, loss, and an unbreakable spirit that refused to be forgotten. O immortal Aphrodite, daughter of Zeus, weaver of wiles, I beg you, do not break my heart with pain, but come to me as you have before. On beauty and love, stand up and look me in the face as friend to friend, and unveil the charm that is in your eyes. When Sappho was exiled from Lesbos, she found herself in Syracuse, Sicily, a city ruled by the powerful Gomorrhi aristocracy. Though far from the sun-drenched city of Mytilene, she was not unknown. Her reputation as a poet had spread across the Greek world, and it was said that even in exile, she was received with a certain reverence. Yet life in Syracuse was not one of idle comfort. The city was a place of political unrest and aristocratic control, and Sappho, though respected, was still a foreigner, a woman with a voice too powerful for some. She found herself immersed in a different world, a land where poetry had to compete with politics, where words could be both a gift and a weapon. It is believed that she may have sought patronage among the aristocrats, composing verses for the elite, yet always longing for the Aeolian shores of her homeland. Despite her displacement, Sappho's love for poetry and teaching did not wane. She gathered a new circle of admirers and disciples. Though none could truly replace the young woman she had mentored in Mytilene, some say that her poetry took on a more melancholic tone, marked by yearning and a quiet defiance. One surviving verse captures their pain. The maidens of Sicily are now the prey. What have I to do with Lesbos? I am fain to be a Sicilian. Even in exile, her influence grew. The city of Syracuse would later honor her with a statue, a tribute to the poetess whose words had moved generations. But Sappho herself would never forget Lesbos, nor the winding paths of Mytilene, where her poetry had first taken flight. She was old now. The words still came, but the voice was tired. The years had taken Mytilene from her, or perhaps Mytilene had taken the years. The sea was the same. The wind moved over it the way that it always had. The ships came and went, and the men still sang what they drank. There was a man, a fairy man they say, Phaon, a strong man with the sun on his back. He did not love her. This is how the story goes. She climbed the cliffs of Acadia, the wind high, the waves crashing below, and she leapt. They say that the sea took her, but the sea takes everything in time. But perhaps it is just a story. Poets die many deaths. Their words live longer. She wrote once, "Someone, I tell you, will remember us." And she was right. Go and remember me, or you know how we cherished you.